Be so light. Welcome to 5/5/2025. It's Portal. It's 5. Are you ready to dive in today? Because I got something perking up pretty perky for you today. So, hold on a second. Let me just make sure I time jump here. Done. All right. So, let me light up a little something for this portal day. How's everybody doing? All right, let's start off first with today's Ken. We have lots to talk about. Today's title is Sweet Dreams and Painted Black. Are those dreams you having, are they sweet? How do you know? How does these songs, looking back at them now, how are they tied into right now? What's going on? What is the telltale message of right now of what's going on? Okay, so we're going to dive into that. Let's get that right there. All right, so let me bring up the computer. Welcome in to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, as well as Niana, as well as Galactic Priestess Makala of Spiral Light. Here is where we're metaphysical and we take the time to really talk about how to remember who the hell we really are and how to keep them from taking your light. How you can stay divine in your light. All right, and that doesn't mean to get kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and get weird. That just means stay true to yourself. Speak your truth. Stay in that. All right, here we go. I say it like it is here, and I say how I feel, and I speak it. And I do use words that might be sensitive for other people's ears, just to kind of keep you awake. I am not a mundaner. Never. Never a mundaner. Never. All right. So today we have 5/5 energy. We are here on a Monday. We are in Kin number 42, White Electric Wind. Before I jump into that, I want to let you know I put up some new things in the post section. Hey, lovely. Put up some new things in the post section. You might want to check them out. Now, African Spiritual Gayani, she she did a good post. She talked about the welcome mat also, and she went a little bit deeper. I said, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. So I put her post up. I put Empress, some of her post up also today, which was really good. I also put about the gate because I'm still doing some research on the star system, on Bellatrix. Okay, Bellatrix. So Bellatrix. And then after I was writing it out and I went and did the research and found out, okay, it is linked to Minnetonka, which a lot of us came from, is Minnetonka, but we don't remember. I remember when this lady, I think I put her post up in my, I put that post in a private group. But when I listened to her light language, I just remember it was sending me to a place of, whoa. I'm going to flip this on for a second because I've been running some heat. So I'm going to make sure I have some coolness on me. So yeah, I'm doing some research on that, trying to get what forms the cross. And the ones that form the cross, when you pull up the star system of Bellatrix, the star system of Minnetonka, you will see that Bellatrix sits up above the three. But when you see Bellatrix, you see Missa, Beetlejuice, and then Minnetonka. those 4 stars right there make the cross in the sky. They also formed this cross in the sky where it's the doorway shifting. It's a dimensional doorway that happens. So I'm like, let me research that. Let me take a look at that. I want to take a look at that. So with this being that 555, oh, hold on. I got one more thing I want to grab. Because I said I wanted to bring this to the table today. So that you will have it. Let me grab this. Today I had a good quick talk with the grandmother, and I was telling her, I said, man, I miss the island. I miss visiting the island. I miss the food. I miss all of that. I said, I want to go to the island. And it's kind of interesting. She came back with the same thing, same thought. And I was like, oh, I like that. Let me get this too, so when I use it. And then we're going to do it this way too. Let me get this too. All right. Just want to have these extra things, because this is not going to be just a quickie little talk thing. This is one of those, I'm giving you a lot of goodies, so pay attention so that you can use it, because today is an abundant day. Today is a day of transformation. Today is a day of that energy. So, like I said, I was researching the stars. These stars line up. The real gate. The cross. Not the cross that you're used to when you do this. Not that one. The real cross. Okay? And what the true meaning of it is. So, I had to go down that rabbit hole, and I'm still searching some things. But Bellatrix, when you look it up, it stands for female warrior. Okay? It's called the Amazon Star. The Amazon Star. So Bellatrix, Bellatrix. Might want to write that down. So, before I go into all of our stuff today, so I'm watching some of these old movies. Like I was watching The House That Dripped Blood. Then I was watching 13 Ghosts, but the old one with Vincent Price. Then I went in and I was looking at the other one called Count Dracula with Christopher Lee. Now, there was another one I was watching. I thought this one was kind of cool because it was Dr. Terror House of Horrors. Dr. Terror House of Horror, all on Tubi, okay? And this one, they're on a train, and this old man gets on after all of them get on the train. He comes on last, and he has these set of tarot cards. And boy, when you see this, you see Sutherland on there, how young he looked. You see Christopher Lee on there. You're like, wow, look how young they look back in the day. So that one was a good one because it dealt with the tarot card, and then at the end it had a flip where it's like, you still haven't figured me out yet? I love that. So when I was watching Count Dracula, and it is very much based on the whole storyline of, I think it's Bram Stoker Dracula, okay, how they set it up. Same names and everything. Hi, lovely. And I thought it was really interesting because there's a scene where Christopher Lee's sitting in a chair. He's Dracula. And the guy that's playing the one that's looking for the real estate, for him, he's sitting in a chair. And right there in plain sight, it doesn't even fit in with the whole storyline. There's this that sphere that I was showing you yesterday on the card that has that Saturn appearance sitting right there. Sitting there, and it has like this little book thing in the front of it. And I was like, why is that just sitting right there? Huh. Doesn't even fit like it should be right there. It's like out of place. It's just sitting right there. I was like, interesting. All right, so today we're in that 5-5 energy. We're in kin number 42. This is the white electric wind, and yes, it has been quite windy outside. Woke up this morning sneezing my head off. I was like, what the heck is going on? And it's because of the solar winds are out there. So we have I activate in order to communicate. Bonding breath, I seal the input of spirit with the electrical tone of service. I am guided by the power of death. The color is white. The planet is Uranus. The chakra is the heart. And the earth family is core. Now, with this, when I took notes today, underneath this white electric wind also comes, for the function is the breath, for the action is communication, and the power is spirit. And it said, let the divine breath guide you to communicate your truth. Let the divine breath guide you to communicate your truth. Hey, Cosmic Flower. So, let it guide you to communicate your truth. So, now I'm looking at this wind and how much is blowing up out there. And I said, wow, what is this? A lot of wind coming up. We do have a room today. It's the Anez 96. Oh, here we go. Signals Messenger Rune, the god of Loki. Okay. So here is about receiving messages and signals and gifts. Even timely warnings may be seen as a gift. The message may be that a new life unfolding, new lives begin with new connections, surprising linkage that directs you onto new pathways. Take care now to be especially aware during meetings, visits, chances, encounters, particularly with a person wiser than yourself. When the messenger rune brings sacred knowledge, you are truly blessed. So also understand that this Loki is also an ancient trickster from the pantheon of the Norse gods. He is also the Hayoka in the Native Americans, the mocker, the shadow, the creator god, as well as the bringer of benefits to humankind. He is also the reminder that even scoundrels and arch thieves can be bearers of wisdom. When you draw this rune, expect the unexpected. The message is always a call to a new life. So this one is telling you about the connection with the divine at hand. It is a signal to explore the depths and the foundations of life and experience the inexhaustible wellspring of the divine in your nature. At the same time, you are reminded that you must first draw from the well nourished to give to yourself. Then there will be more than enough to nourish others. A rune in the sense of family solitary and invest this rune. So, taking care of the self is really important, especially with these solar winds going on right now. It's crazy. So let's take a look at the rest of the message underneath, and it says, if you want to study something purely, you have to remove yourself from it for a period of time, which is so true. If you want to study something purely, you have to remove yourself from it for a period of time. It's like, take a break, step back. Sometimes we push ourselves so hard to try to remember something, stepping into something, and we simply start getting frustrated with ourselves. So today we're working in that fourth mental sphere. That fourth mental sphere is in the back of the head, and beta right at the top of higher mind control. And then we are working in the second dimension of the cosmic ascension energy. So with that being on a 555 energy day, those two fives, they mirror each other. What's the change you want to bring in? Oh, look, five people watching. 5. Wow. Okay, so what's the change you want to bring in? What's that change? How is today going to create transformation? It's going to bring in that transformation for you today. How is it going to bring that in? Transformation. Change. Taking action. That 555 energy. Okay? All right. So, are sweet dreams made of this? Maybe you need to paint it black if it's not. Let's take a look at this today, how this is matching in. Now, yesterday, we talked some goodness on the one we talked about yesterday. And it turned out where it was really cool because I just didn't know how it was all going to turn out when we were talking about it. So here, let's see, sweet dreams. Lyrics. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use the one that's by the Eurythmics. And when I went back, and I remember when this song first came out, I was all into it. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Yay. You know, I was like, such a cool, I was totally. But when you now go back and visit the video, plus you go and look at the song, you're looking at it like, oh, okay. Here she is, a redhead, really red. She's dressed in a black suit. She keeps having random cows coming up in the video, which are representing the heifers. Okay. Then when she's on the boat, she's doing this on the boat. I'm like, okay. I said, okay. At first, when it comes out, you're not thinking about all that because we were not in the energy that we are in now, where you can see the true meaning of things. Okay. So let's dive into this. And this one is kind of like the same energy of how we were looking at yesterday's song, how we were looking at that one. So today, now we're going to look at sweet dreams. What have your dreams been saying to you? Are they really your dreams? Are they simulated frequency dreams tagging into your space at night when you're sleeping? Are they really your dreams? Are they the true dreams that you're supposed to be having that are supposed to be messengers? Are they really your dreams? Okay? But the title is Sweet Dreams. Now we're going to tie this all in to what is really going on today. When you look at the words and you tie them in to what's happening right now. All right? So, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Okay, so what do you don't want to disagree about? Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? All right? Who am I to disagree? I traveled the world and the 7 seas. Okay, so how does she travel the world? Is she saying she physically traveled the world, or did she spiritually travel the world? Of the 7 seas, which seas are she talking about? Is she talking about the seas of the world, which is going to be your Antarctic, your northern Atlantic, your southern Atlantic, your Indian Oceans, your North Pacific Oceans, your South Pacific Oceans, and Southern Ocean? She talking about those seas? Or is she talking about this one? Is she talking about your root chakra? That is the depth ocean of the floor. Is she talking about the creative flow when it goes up into the sacral? And that is the nature of the connection of the fire itself. Is she talking about when you go into the heart space? And then there's the energy connection, the unified C energy there, the emotions in the heart. Is she talking about the third eye when you're connecting to the inner wisdom? Is she talking about the crown when it's the connection to divine and all the vast open sky above sea? The open sky above sea. Okay? Everybody is looking for something. This is the part that ties into our world right here. Some of them want to use you. Who's using you? Some of them want to get used by you. Who wants to get used by you? Okay? Who wants to get used by you? Some of them want to use you. So, who wants to use us? 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 Okay? Some of them want to get used by you. Okay, who wants to get used by you? Is that our cell phone? Is that our internet? Some of them want to abuse you. Who could that possibly be? Could that be Leos? Some Leos? Law enforcement officers? Some of them? Could it be that energy? Could it be abusive energy beings? Could it be that? Some of them want to be abused. Who are the ones that want to be abused? Who are the ones that are choosing to stay in abusive, toxic energies? Are these really, truly sweet dreams? Because everybody's looking for something. So, when we were talking yesterday, how we were saying we're not consenting to the tainted love. And then when we go and now look at what is your sweet dream, maybe you don't want to be abused. Maybe you don't want to be used. Okay? But she keeps saying, but sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world of 7 seas. Notice how that's 7. Everybody's looking for something. And then she goes into this space of hold your head up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Moving on. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Moving on. Saying once you make a decision that you're not buying into the illusion of the so-called sweet dream, that might not be so sweet, lift up your head, make a move, and keep moving. Don't get stuck and stay in the dream where you are experiencing the abuse, where you are experiencing the used, or maybe you're just observing others who are being used, who are being abused, and some want to be used. Some want to be abused. Where is the free will? Because who am I to disagree? Everybody's looking for something. So let's dive deeper. Some of them want to be abused. Okay, some of them want to be abused. Are we talking about abuse of drugs? Drug use? Are we talking about drinking? Are we talking about excessive behaviors on certain things that are not for your highest good, that would keep you from having a true dream versus a sweet dream? A sweet dream is saying this. It's all about, what do you think is a sweet dream? It's the kind that makes you go, oh, that's just so wonderful. That feels so good. Da 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 da. It's this made up one. But what is the reality? Okay? Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Once you make a decision, you have to move on. Okay? So where does it become your dream? Not a sweet dream. Where is your dream? Okay, this one was straightforward. Straightforward in how we're seeing things right now. When we go to sleep at night, how are we being infringed upon in our dream world? A lot of us are realizing that some of the dreams we're having make no sense. Why would you be dreaming about running around chasing your purse, trying to find your purse, trying to get on a train to go somewhere, and you have no idea if you made it on the train, but you're trying to get to the train? And you spend all night chasing that. Or about this one. How about this one? In the classroom with a whole bunch of people that you went to school with, and you're all looking at each other like, why are we here? Or how about this one? The dream where you feel like you just lost all your teeth. You press on your teeth and all your teeth fall out. And I can't stress enough about the falling one, where you're falling. Are those sweet dreams? Yeah, they are. They're sweet dreams that are not yours. They're sweet dreams that are put there that are either in a dimensional holding of frequency that's keeping you from your real dream. In our dreams, when we come out of our space at night, we come out of our little suits here. We go around and we go into the astral plane. We go around into different places. Sightseeing. We travel the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. So as we're traveling the 7 seas, which we can also look at 7 etheric dimensional ethers, everybody's looking for something. We already know on 3 and 4, there's going to be, some of them want to use you. Is it because of your light? Your energy? Is it just right? So what is the sweet dream? And is that your dream? Because really, when you look at it, you have to stop and say, that's not my dream. That's not my sweet dream. Okay? When you're traveling the 7 seas, where are you going? What are you looking for? What is your soul out looking for to gather up information? Seas, water, emotions. What are you looking for? Can you still call it a sweet dream, or is it not your dream? Hence the words, when I was telling you, go back and watch those videos about your dreams and how dreams get hijacked, is why you want to set up those perimeters, protective divine words that sets things into motion, protecting you when you go to sleep at night, so that you're not being brought into dreams where you might be abused. You might be used. Okay? So this is where you just kind of look at that energy of how this song is talking about sweet dreams are made of this. Okay? So that one was pretty straightforward, how I was talking about that. Let me make sure of my notes. Okay, so sailing the seven seas is about the transformation, the journey of self-discovering inner and outer world. The journey. Okay? The seas of life. Each sea represents some facet part of your life when you're journeying. And then moving into the depths in the bringing in the experience of the human in an ongoing voyage of spiritual evolution. Now, when things start shifting on Mother, the first thing she brings up is a tsunami. She brings up the tsunami, okay? That comes up. Waves of water that retracts itself in after a shift in the earth plates or the core. Wherever an earthquake has been, something shifted, and now all this water is going to shift up onto a coastline. Seas of life. All right. Which is going to cause a journey for those who see that coming. So the waters bring us our journey. The waters bring us our emotion. The waters bring us our transformation, which can be our reality and is necessarily not a sweet dream. When it comes to the seven seas. Because it comes back to, what are you looking for in your journey in the sea of life? What are you looking for? How are you going to grow? How are you going to transform? How are you going to move past that? Okay. So I thought that one was really cool. And I said, okay, I got this one. And Spirit says, I started asking questions. You know, the one that really kind of sticks in my mind is Paint It Black. I said, that one sticks in my mind. Paint it black. Okay. So I had to go down to that rabbit hole. So first, we talked about tainted love. How where we are right now is not love. It's not, the stuff that we see that's going on is tainted. Then we look at, but is it a sweet dream? The American dream. Oh, wow. Our American dream is not sweet. Far from it right now, especially. So, what if they just want to paint it black? Watch this. I see a red door. Okay, red stands for life. Life force energy. Right? And I want to paint it black. Okay. So now you're going to paint it black. Don't want that life force energy. Don't, okay, you want painted black. No colors anymore. I want them all turned black. Okay, you don't want any colors, which means you don't want any life force energy that's emanating anything. Okay. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. Okay. They're dressed in their summer clothes because it's hot. They see the sun is radiating on them. They are taking in the light. They're taking in their coats. They're connected to the sunlight. I have to turn my head. Oh, well, because you have to turn your head because you don't like the fact that the light, the energy is coming in that's lighting this person up, but now you have to turn your head because their light is shining too bright. Until my darkness goes. Because you're thinking, I don't want that light. I don't want to see that light. This energy being is saying, I don't want to see that light. I see a line of cars and they're all painted black. Agents. I see a line of agents. They're all painted black. What cars do we know that's painted black? With flowers and my love, both never to come back. Okay, so obviously you don't want the flowers, my love, both never to come back. What was your love? Was it somebody you're grieving? Was it somebody you're missing? What was it? Because now you don't want to see this being, this energy doesn't want to see life because it's miserable. It's unhappy. Okay? I have seen people turn their heads and quickly look away because they are now seeing what this being is that wants to paint it black. And they turn away. They see it. They're like, oh, don't like that. What is that? Like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. So this being is used to this feeling every day. But like a newborn baby, that's life force. Life force shows up every single day. It can go deeper. But like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. Okay? I look inside myself and see my heart is black. Okay, so you know that you are a soulless being that has no life force. You are tainted. And you are stuck in the sweet dream element. Okay? I see my red door. Okay, you see a door. You see a door. I must have it painted black. But you won't go through your door. The life force door. You made a choice to stay in the suit you're in. And you just want that door to stay painted black. You've accepted your sweet dream. Okay? maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black. So, being a soulless being that does not want to see any life force, where are we feeling this? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, what is that out there? Artificial clouds. Oh, look, our sunlight is being dimmed out. Oh, painted black moment. Here we go. Okay, so so maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. Oh, I'll never have to be, I just won't have to face the facts that I'm going to be stuck like this. Because it's not easy facing up when your whole world is black. Because you just don't have that life force. Okay. No more will my green sea go turn a deeper blue. Okay, so you are feeling like you can't heal. You don't have the intuition or the emotions to connect to it. Okay, all right. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. I don't want this really for you, but the fact that you can live and be happy and have a life force, I am seeing things I need to have it painted black. Because I can't relate to it. I can't feel it. Okay? If I look hard enough into the setting sun, if I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes. So this being sees a connection with the sunlight and sees and has a memory connection to something that was there. But the love of it, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes. Because of the setting sun. So the sun is going down. So now you have that connection because there's no sunlight there. Okay? And then it goes back into the verse, I see the red door, I want it painted black. So when we look at these three songs, Tainted Love, we look at Sweet Dreams, and Painted Black. That painted black is all about taking away the light, the sunlight, the colors, wanting everything to stay on that lower vibration. But really, black absorbs all colors. It becomes the matter when we really look at black. Black is matter. Black is the depths. When we go into the depths and darkness of self, we create from there into the light of ourselves. The darkness actually gives birth to something in light. But this one just wants to be kept in the black. Because there's already the tainted love factor going on. And this being of energy is living in that sweet dreams. So when we take this and we kind of start dissecting and looking at our current life energy of things that are happening dimensionally, broken, fractured timelines of things happening right now, and where you're sitting in your life and how things are crossing in the energy of what you're doing in life. You already know what your tainted love is. You already know that a lot of your dreams are not sweet dreams. They make no sense. And you definitely don't want to paint your door black, because you want to enter through the red door, where there is the life force energy, where there is that taking in that light, that rapid fire that represents that sun energy. You want to wear your summer clothes. You want the sun upon your skin, because you're receiving that sun in. You're nourishing with that sun inside of you, going to your 7 C's, because that's where you travel within to create the great transformation. So, to wrap up the 3 songs, we understand what the tainted part is. We understand what the sweet dreams are. We understand we don't want to just paint it black. We want to step through the door and honor that part of ourselves. And as we step through that door, we want to take back the energy. We want to take back our memories, our true divine memories. We want those true divine memories back. We don't want them wrapped up in black goo, giving us the feeling of confusion. We want the undoing of how Huna Flash would say it, the undoing before the veil came and shut us down. We want that undoing. We want that gone. We want to undo what has been done to us that took our power away so that we were being used, all because it was a promise of some tainted love, which now when we look around us, it is not a sweet dream, because this is not what it's made of. This is what we're breaking away from, because we're not allowing it to stay as a truth. Okay? So this has been one of those moments where you kind of sit back and you take those songs and you look at them. Yeah, back in the day when they came out, oh yeah, woo, yay, yeah, we were getting into it. We were Roger Rabbiting ourselves and having a good old time with a little bit of hip, hip, hip and yay, 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 dancing our butts off, singing to the lyrics. But now, in our awakened state, we can go back and take a look and visit and say, oh, is that what that meant? Like tainted love was shocking to hear that. Take my light. Sweet dreams is all about who wants to be used, who wants to be abused. Yeah, we do use things. We use that cell phone, that technology, and they do want to paint it black. They want to take what we see as the sun, take it away. Because these particular energetic soulless beings cannot feel love. And how can you feel that if you're only programmed to function in one way? Like the black cars that are lined up. Just there. No emotions, no feelings. Empty of light within itself. No connection to anything of divineness within itself. So that's what I dug up on these 3 songs. And I kept looking at everything, and I was just like, this is a trip. When you really kind of dig these up, and you really look at the songs, and you dive into it, and you kind of just, you look at the songs from that spirit point of view. And then you start dissecting. What does they really mean? What are they really saying? A lot of times when they make the video to go with the song, the video is just a distraction. So you'll visually be distracted, but you're being spellbound what the words are saying. A false belief of what is being sung. So now let's dive into how you can utilize this 5-5 energy, okay? So today, with it being that 5 energy, that's all about that transformation. And remember, in our galactic calendar, we're sitting with that spectral moon of liberation. So dissolve, release, and liberate. The serpent. What does the serpent do? What does the snake do? It sheds its skin. So how many of you are sitting in a place where you have to shed your skin because you have gone as far as you can go right now in certain points, and you're ready. You're craving newness. You're craving that new part of the self to take off. There's something you know you have to do to step out of tainted love and sweet dreams and painted black. You have to jump into mission is possible. Because when the mission is possible, you align yourself with beautiful timeline energy that supports you. But the one thing you have to do is take back your energy from places where you left it, or wherever you gave your energy to someone or a person, place, thing, or situation. You need to take your divine energy back, because that's not a part of your sweet dream. You're done with being abused. You're done with being used. Because now you understand what the tainted love is. And you are choosing to close that door on that energy and walk away. Keeping your head up and moving on. But you're going to take back your power. You're going to ask for your divine memories back. That will help you to move forward in your life of right now. A lot of us have been Rubik cubed into situations, and you're just trying to turn the pieces just right so you can get a lineup so you can go through it. We're all having some Rubik cube moments. But some of us remember the formula. and how to get through it and move it. But did the formula change? Did the formula change to the point to where maybe it's not a Rubik's Cube? So in order for you to have a mission possible, you claim every part of yourself and you embrace every part of yourself. You allow yourself to stand 100% in who you are, in the power of who you are. And you don't let anybody come by and use you and take it away from you and then taint it. Because at the end, they will paint it black. And paint it black sometimes doesn't mean to literally paint it black. It means to erase it, to remove something, to edit it, to shift it out of the way. So, where did you leave your energy? Where did you leave that part of yourself where you need to really sit and be and call that energy back to yourself? But when you call that energy back, you want to call it back healed, cleansed, no hooks in it, no cords in it. Just return it back in its own divine blueprint of itself, of what it was before it got tainted and stuck in a sweet dream behind a painted black door. So, with that being said, today I would love to show you what you can use for an abundance symbol today. And I'm just going to randomly pick a color. We'll do this one. And this one. I like working with my chalks. And I'm just going to pull one. A symbol. And this one's perfect. All right, we're going to do this one. Okay. And this one, Happy Cinco de Mayo Day. Okay, so we're going to use this one, and I'm actually going to add a little bit more to it. All right, so this is your symbol for today. Positive change of abundance. The energy symbol of this, it creates positive change. So you can take this symbol, you can draw it on something. You can also put it on a candle if you want, like a white candle. And these are some of the words that you would say. I change towards abundance. I choose it. I will it. I am directed towards it. It is so simple and easy. It is natural for me. It is done immediately and from deep within. Every moment and in the here and now. In the highest, the greatest, and the brightest way. On every level of myself and my being. With love, joy, respect, appreciation, and gratitude. This is I change towards abundance. Okay, so this symbol can utilize this, make this time that you're in this 5-5 energy as a part of what abundance would you like to bring in. And creating a positive change is what everyone's always looking for. Okay, that positive change. Having divine grace, divine abundance, divine prosperity and well-being. Okay, so that is your symbol. So let's take a look at the cards today and we'll wrap this up. Hope everyone's doing well today. Tomorrow is a portal day. Yeah, tomorrow is May 6th, and that is the blue self-existing night, guided by the self-generation. So, let's take a look at something in our wording. Okay, here we go. What have we forgotten? Love these cards. If you have not gotten these cards, I love the fact that it's like the key in a pyramid. And then their cards are like this on the back. And they have all the DNA strands throughout the cards. All these portals. I love that. And you have to use a book because what you read on the front of the card is part of it, but the book gives you the second part of the card. Let's see what the ancestors are saying today. Yeah, you're going to want to watch the Dr. Terror of House of Horrors. Because there's a scene on there that cracked me up. Where this business guy, goes to a club. He's invited to this club. And in that club, he makes this comment when the lady comes up to him and says, "Cigarette? Would you like to have a cigarette?" And now keep in mind, this is back in the day, how they used to walk around with the little cart and cigarette, anybody cigarette? You know. So he says, "Oh, okay." And then he noticed that she's wearing like this ring, and then she has this necklace on. And then he goes, "Oh, well, look at that ugly thing." Like that. And everybody in the whole club stops and looks at him. Gets real quiet. And she walks away. And then he's looking around, everyone's looking at him. He sits down. Everybody goes back to what they're saying. And the guy who sits across from him, he says, "You gotta be mindful what you're saying." He goes, "Why do y'all just look at me like that?" He said, "Well, look around. Look at everybody. Look at all the women. They're all wearing that same jewelry." And he goes, "Oh." He goes, "It's part of the culture. It's part of the voodoo beliefs." He goes, "Voodoo?" And that's where he gets in trouble. I don't want to spoil it. So if you decide to watch it, you're going to get a kick out of it. Because some people just don't listen. He was warned, but he still wanted to go and do it his way. Yeah. Wondering why he was on that train. All right. All right. Some people just don't listen. They get warned. He still wanted to do it his way. So you got to watch it because it's funny. I'm like, oh. So I'm laughing my butt off. I said, huh, never listen. Get warned. Just don't listen. All right. A message for the star seeds. And stones. And water. Since we got to travel the 7 seas. All right, here we go. I'm going to set this off to the side. Okay, what have we forgotten? Internal life. There we go. Look at that. And that's the number 63, which is that 9 energy. It says the vastness of forever. The vastness of forever. The Egyptian symbol of the Ankh, the one that is the cross, that's the oval over the top, the hieroglyph of the eternal life, representing the masculine and the feminine and the divine. So the Ankh energy. But here I'm like trying to see if one of them has the Ankh. It's just the word itself, but the wings. The wings here at the top. There's no physical drawing of the Ankh inside the picture. And it just goes into a lot of detail about the spiritual journey, the vastness of the energy of that. Okay, the medicine card, prayer and hope. Being connected, prayer and hope. The ancestors say, unapologetic. Be unapologetic. Standing for who you are, being who you are, standing in the power of who you are. And with that one comes the, where is that? Here it is. I owe no apology for walking in my power. I owe no apology for walking in my power. Ancestral medicine, act as if you are regal. Act as if you are powerful. Act as if you are wise. This is a different frequency than faking it until you make it. You have no need to fake anything. Your arteries and your bones remember the royalty in your DNA. That's right on point. Okay? The star codes today is a sentence, entrance. What are we entering into? And that is a number 35. What are we entering into? Look, sun energy, pushing. But we have a number 56, which is showing us progression, journey. Look at the time. The medicine of the star seeds. The road is clear. You know what to do. Walk in your way. The road is clear. You know what to do. Walk in your way. The Well of Maidens. Kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. And the water card is water your garden, nourish, body care, tenderness, and rest. Sometimes you just gotta rest. All right, lovelies. I came on here and shared that with you so you could take a look at that and feel into that energy of it and be good to yourselves. Enjoy your day. Enjoy this portal. Be in that place of what is it that you want to transform? What is it? What is it? Because I am always thinking. I'm always having chit chats with my guides and the team and the divine team. Who's on your divine team? Take a look at that, okay? Really, really take a look at that and don't fall into a sweet dream. Because it might get painted black. Don't do it. All right, lovelies. It's been my pleasure being here with you today. I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope it gets you kind of thinking. Like I said, I'm still diving down the rabbit hole with Bellatrix, that planet. I don't know. Every time when I say it, it just feels, I don't know. And Manataka. You know, Manataka is a place where a lot of us came from. We fled and came over here. You know what? I'm going to close out with this. This is becoming ridiculous that these particular energy beings go from planet to planet or system to system, wreaking havoc, chaos. They bring with them nothing but chaos. And they suck the life force out of that culture, that community, that planet. They kill it. And then they move on somewhere else and they do the same thing. They keep repeating their same cycles. So as a collective in humanity, when we're all talking about, yes, we all have to keep our frequency up, we all have to keep our vibrations up, it has become a galactic thing to do because of what we are dealing with. And it's really kind of sad because these particular energies, they just, like I said, they keep going around from place, systems to systems, destroying things, wreaking havoc. And that's sad. So it feels like we've been in this battle forever. Like they'll destroy one place where we are. We leave there. We find a place to be. We live there. We're in peace. And then, oh, here they come again. It's like the bad relatives. They just show up. They come over. And it's nothing but chaos and drama that they bring with them. And you just keep it moving. And I'm like, oh God, they got to leave. Okay. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Much love. I'm going to go ahead. Don't forget to go over and check in the post section of some of the videos that I left there. And check out that movie. Dr. Terror, House of Horrors. There, Dr. Terror, House of Horror. Check it out. They're all on the train. Don't realize why they're on this train. Train gathers soul pickup. Train. It's a good movie. All right, lovelies. Be good to yourself. Enjoy this portal day. I'll see you tomorrow when we step into another galactic portal day and we anchor that energy. Let's see what is coming up. I had a very interesting glyph that showed up on my wall this morning. And I'm like, okay, that's something I never, okay, that's interesting. So I got to draw that one out. And I got to research it because I'm pretty sure I've seen that one somewhere before. And I want to look and see where I've seen it before. All right, lovelies, have a great day. Be good to yourself. Much love. Be so light. Remember your light. Get out of the tainted love. Don't fall for the sweet dream. And watch out for the painted black doors. All right, much love to you. Bye.